Dave's Pet Peeves is sponsored by the subscribe button.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dave's Pet Peeves, where we celebrate life's greatest gift, complaining. We had a lot of fun in our pilot episode, and because of that, we got some fan mail. Be honest, there's no coffee in your coffee cup. Now that's a great question. After all, Hollywood is full of lies, but I would never kid about coffee. It's one of the only things getting me through this quarantine period. So yes, there is. I'm not gonna show you. There's coffee in the cup. Great episode. Don't stop making these. Thanks. But one of my pet peeves is people who sip their coffee really loudly. Okay. So listen, I understand that I triggered some of you by sipping my coffee really loudly in the last episode. And I just want you to know, I promise I won't do that in this episode. There will be no sipping of coffee whatsoever. It was loud, it was obnoxious, and it was downright unnecessary. So, rest assured, I got your back this time. Joke landed. So without further ado, let us once again flip further through these hallowed pages and pierce the veil once further into the wonderful gift of the sacred text. I'm gonna keep things simple this week by telling you a very relatable story. Down the street a ways, we have a road that connects our city to the next city. This isn't a highway, it's not a major road, but it is a well-trafficked road. This road stretches about 2 to 3 miles and it's single lane traffic both ways. The speed limit on this road is 40 miles per hour. So for any normal driver, we obviously do about 45 to 50 miles per hour on this road, let's be real. Some people choose to do the exact speed limit, 40 miles per hour. Now, this of course isn't my most ideal situation. I may lean my head back on the headrest and sigh and roll my eyes a little bit, but I get it. It's the speed limit. I'm not gonna fault you for doing the speed limit if that's what you wanna do. But then there's the other class of driver, the people that choose to do 35 miles per hour. Now this I don't get at all. First of all, if you're an elderly person who only drives to the pharmacy or to the grocery store and then right back home, I get it. But if you can't physically drive 40 miles per hour, if that speed limit is just too much for you, then I'm sorry, your days of driving are done. And you should use this time in quarantine to practice staying at home because that's where you should be. 40 miles per hour, you gotta be able to hit it. So the biggest problem, as you can imagine, is someone doing 35 miles an hour will back up traffic for 2 or 3 miles down this entire stretch. And it's a real pain. That's just part one of the pet peeve. Now, as this road enters our part of town, it actually opens up a second lane of traffic. Now this is our opportunity. This is when this huge line of people that have formed behind this person jump into that lane and try to cruise past them. Now here's the amazing thing about pet peeves. I know you're sitting there right now and you know how this story ends. You've been there before. You've driven down roads like this. You know exactly what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna give you this opportunity to relish in your wisdom, to bask in your glory, to sit there and be so proud of yourself for knowing exactly how this story ends. Yes, herein lies part 2, the real crux of the pet peeve. As soon as we get into this next lane to pass this person, they suddenly decide after 3 miles of doing 5 miles under the speed limit that now it's their chance to take off. And what's interesting is that the speed limit actually drops to 35 at this moment. So now they go from doing 5 miles under the speed limit to 15 miles over the speed limit just to get away from you. It's this weird phenomenon with drivers. I never used to get it, but now that I'm getting a little older, a little wiser, I think I understand the psychology of it all. And what it is the lack of confidence to stand on your convictions. See, a minute ago, you were telling all of us, hey, this road is too fast. We all should really be doing 35, and I'm gonna educate you. This should be the speed, and I'm gonna stand on it. That's what I believe in. But now as the road opens up and you suddenly have to face us, you know that we're gonna drive by and look through the window and look right at you and see what kind of a person you are, and you're gonna be faced with us eye to eye. You no longer have the confidence. You're too afraid. You can't face us. So you speed away as fast as you can so you don't have to deal with the mob. And that's sad. Why not have confidence? Why not keep up that 35 and as people drive by, be like, see, it's better. It's better you drive slower, but you can't do it. You can't face us. You've lost your confidence. So So that's my huge pet peeve. These drivers on the road that will try to educate you and slow you down, but then once the road opens up, they just take off. So there you have it, Dave's pet peeve for the week, the driver that lost their confidence. Thank you to all those who tuned in and sent in your lovely fan letters. Let's not forget that this episode is sponsored by the subscribe button. Every click of that subscribe button gets Dave through another day and adds one more pet peeve to the list that I can then share with you. So hey now, I'm Dave Stutts. You're a rock star, and I'll see you next time.